You're not even flinching. Come on, man. Does it tickle? The SWAT officer laughed, holding the yellow taser like a toy, his finger just releasing the trigger. White arcs of electricity cracked in the air as tourists gasped, and the tomb guard, stone-faced, rifle in hand, didn't move a muscle. He didn't blink. He didn't even breathe differently. But the moment froze like glass because everyone watching knew something had just gone too far. The SWAT officer was off duty visiting Arlington with a group of trainees. Cocky, loud, wearing a vest marked SWAT, like it was a trophy, not a responsibility. When he first saw the guard at the tomb of the unknown soldier, he cracked jokes, said the rifle was just for show, whispered to the crowd that it was all just theater. These guys don't even talk. They're just statues in suits. He grinned. Bet he wouldn't even react if I poked him. But then he escalated fast. He stepped past the boundary rope, walked right up to the soldier, and with a half-laugh, half-scoff, pulled out a civilian-grade taser and squeezed the trigger. The crackle echoed. Tourists screamed. Children cried. A woman yelled, "Stop!" But the soldier didn't move. His right hand stayed on the rifle, his posture unshaken, eyes locked ahead. His silence wasn't weakness. It was sacred, a living monument sworn to protect the memory of fallen heroes. And now that silence was thunder. The SWAT officer smirked and turned to the crowd like he expected applause. Told you he's just a mannequin with a medal. But then came the stomp. One single heavy stomp on the marble floor behind the crowd, followed by silence and then rage. A 4-star general, full dress uniform gleaming, stormed through the stunned crowd with fire in his eyes and medals across his chest. His face was carved from fury, every step deliberate, shoulders squared, like a storm rolling in. The crowd parted without a word. The SWAT officer tried to puff up again, laughing nervously. "Hey, sir, it was just a joke. He's fine." Didn't even react. But the general didn't slow down. He marched up, nose to nose with the man, and spoke with a voice so low and sharp it could cut. "Steele, you just assaulted a soldier at the tomb of the unknown, and you think it's a joke?" The SWAT officer faltered, stammering. "It wasn't real force. It's just a low-voltage stun." "I didn't." "You don't touch a guard." The general thundered, voice booming across the open grounds. "You don't cross that line. You don't disgrace this sacred ground. You don't mock the silence of the fallen." And now the laughter was gone. The crowd, once buzzing, stood dead silent. The SWAT trainees lowered their eyes. The children watched in wide-eyed shock. And the soldier, the one who'd just taken a hit for duty, still hadn't moved, still locked in place, still guarding the unknown, still upholding the weight of 1,000 names never spoken aloud. Then the general turned to the tourists, his voice calm, but it didn't lose its fire. "This man," he said, pointing to the tomb guard, "stands watch for those who never came home. He doesn't flinch for thunder, for lightning, for jeers or threats, because his duty is sacred. His silence is not weakness, it's honor. And today, someone tried to break that." He turned back to the SWAT officer, who now looked pale, handshaking. "I want your badge, your name, and your commanding officer. On the line." Your done security arrived. Within seconds, the taser was confiscated. The SWAT officer was escorted away in handcuffs, not for dramatic effect, but because assaulting a federal guard on duty is a crime, a real one, not a joke. And still, the soldier stood. Hours later, when the changing of the guard finally came, the replacement saluted him with just a fraction more reverence. And when he finally marched off the mat. The tomb. Guard didn't smile, didn't speak. He simply nodded at the general barely and disappeared into the barracks. Not for glory, not for attention, but because that's what honor does. Respect isn't earned by a loud vest or a badge you flash. It's earned in silence, in duty, in holding your ground, even when the world tries to mock it. If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.